Right. Shalom Akim. Kahala Imla Yahaba Shem Yashaba Shaka Kodash. And double on Instagram on apostles. Thought the Yashab for the strength and to make this video as well. And Shalom to the brothers, man. So brother Ratazar Khala Waya. And Ya Ratazar, you also edified too. This video is based upon the precept what is it, Matthew 10 and 16. Be wise as serpents, innocent as doves. So that's the point in terms of how we also ought to operate in this world, where as we navigate, because of course we're physically here. So of course there's certain things where you just got to deal with and have your maintenance tasks. But in terms of operating here, with wisdom, we've got to be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. And really, if you look at the nature of a serpent, because before this video I had to do some research. I'll probably even might do some more research here as well. Depending on what happens. But the point is that a serpent, the way it moves is that typically it likes to hide itself as it moves. So it moves in a slow manner, undetectable manner. And of course, it's hard to notice at times, especially when in dense forests as well. It can be very hard to notice, and oftentimes they may come out more in the night because they have more camouflage as well. So when they're moving, of course they're either camouflaged or they're moving slow, and the point is they are undetectable. They are detectable, not to say that they're not, but the way they move is to reduce the chances of being detected. So that's going into being wise as a serpent as well. And of course, in order to increase in wisdom is really to study these scriptures as well. Study these scriptures, pray to Yahweh Shem Yahshua to increase the wisdom within your spirit too, man. Which is Yahushua's offering of Harha Kodash, which means the spirit holy. Harha Kodash. Ha means the, Raha means spirit, Kodash means holy. So, let me read the precept first, then I'm gonna start talking some more. What's going on here? Hold on. Yeah, I had to turn off the controller there. So vibrating for some reason. But anyways, Matthew 10 and 16. Matthew 10 and 16. This is Matthew chapter 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So it says, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. So of course, wolves are typically the ones in order to harm the sheep. Wolves are the ones that are targeting the sheep. So in order for the sheep to be able to be safe, they'll have to be in a manner of movement, a manner of attitude when navigating their path, which is really in this world as we're preaching the truth. That's what it's referring to. Be therefore, so this is the manner that we ought to be in, that we have to be in terms of mental attitude and mindset. Wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So okay, I said innocent as doves. Anyways, good thing I'm recording this now because I put the title name, but I'm going to change it to harmless as doves. So it says, be therefore wise as serpents. And in terms of the wisdom of a serpent, the way they operate is very careful not to be detected, not to attract attention, so that when the opportunity is then best, it strikes towards its goal, which is its prey. For us, as we also navigate in this world too, the things we gotta be careful as well, so that we don't draw too much unnecessary attention. Apart from that, towards Yahweh, Yahushua through the videos that we make. When the scriptures talk about don't let your left hand know about what your right hand is up to, That's talking about you can see it in multiple ways. Friends, family. If you got some personal business to deal with, you don't. Everyone doesn't have to know about your personal business, man. That's the thing. I myself, I'm also learning this too because I can be quite open with a whole load of things. But you know, scriptures also talk about uh, having silence as well. Being silent. Talk only when there's need for you to talk. That's the thing. So that's just my learning case. But the point is, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is up to. So that's just talking about having a covertness as well, and also uh, really keeping that privacy, man. You gotta have some privacy in your life. That's the point. So yeah, when it says that you could also apply it to a worldly scenario. Just because you're in this truth doesn't mean you have to tell everyone about it, man. You don't have to tell. That's a mistake I made a few years back as well, where I was just telling a whole load of people, even people that I just met, during university as well. So it's like, when I see the situation that I'm in right now, which is not a bad situation, but in terms of their knowledge, in terms of the most I removing me from one place to another, certain brothers will understand what I'm saying. I understand now. It's because obviously I was talking too much over there, so it's like, all right, let's dampen that down. And that's just one perspective. It could have been multiple reasons too, but that's probably one of them too. One of the reasons, where I got moved from one place to another. But the point being is, we've got to learn to have self-restraint in speech. Not talking too much. Myself, I said, being the main example here, and also not letting your left hand know what your right hand is up to. If you really think about it, it also refers to your family too, man. Because if you then start talking too much about certain things, about your life and what's going on here and there, they can use it, to betray you in the time to come. Remember, in the same chapter, Matthew 10 and 36, it says, "And a man's foes shall be they of his own household." So of course the point is, the enemies will be they of your own house, so they could easily betray you too. Now of course it don't mean don't talk to them. You just have, as scriptures say, be wise as serpents. Know how to move with them, which means know what to say, and know what not to say. Know when to say it, and know when to not say it. Know how to say it, and know how not to say it. So know what to say, know when to say, know how to say it. Tonality and whatnot. So yeah, be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So of course, really it should be because really I was getting deep on the wise as serpents, man. Because we really need, as a nation in general, Israel, we need that we need the wisdom of Yahweh Shimi Hashem, which is these scriptures. But not everyone can be blessed with the opportunity that Yahweh has given. We know this because of Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. So part of wisdom is also to acquire knowledge, and the way the serpent moves, he moves covertly, and it's camouflage, and also sheds off his skin as well. So, it refreshes itself, man. Kind of like the way, as we also study the scriptures, we also refresh our spirit too. Charge it up, we increase in learning. As a wise man does. So the way a serpent moves, it moves covertly. We gotta be careful. We gotta be circumspect when moving in this world too. Not everyone. It's not everyone that you have to trust, man. Really, if they're of the world, they can't really be trusted. So there's only certain things that you can tell to them, and certain things that you can't. For example, you can discuss worldly things with worldly people, but of course you can't discuss the truth with worldly people, because there's different type of traps you can set yourself just by speaking too much. That's the point. Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves, and harmless as doves as well, of course, so that hold on. Well, it says harmless, which means you're not able to pose as a threat, or really you're not violent. That's what it is. Violence is just the opposite of harmlessness. Harmless means that you're perceived to not be able to damage things. Now, of course, through the spiritual power of Yahweh Shimi Ashai, we will be doing damage. But in this case right now, Scriptures has commanded us to be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. So of course, don't be going out there and causing violence and punching up heathens, you know. But of course, Arkham do get if they do get in fights off camera. I'm talking about, then in their personal life, then they handle that, and then it's a done deal. No need for that to be shown off, but that's personal business right there. But the point is, we ought to. I've been saying that for quite a while now. We ought to, which means we're supposed to be, as it says, wise as serpents, harmless as doves. Every situation has to end up in physical violence as well, man. And, harmless as doves. Even not just physical violence too. Harm, which is pertaining to danger. It could also be mental as well, man. So of course, when presented as a more friendly persona to the world, of course, that's part of moving in wisdom too. So that nothing's directed towards you in terms of danger or accusations, man. Keep your path clean. That's basically what it means when it says harmless as doves. So I've been getting quite deep into Matthew 10:16. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." But yeah, it says in verse 17, "But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in the synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake and for the testimony of the Gentiles, testimony against them and then." "And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake," how shall I say, "for testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in the same hour." So of course that means that we're not supposed to meditate on what we're supposed to say in the time where we're going to be brought up in the courthouses. So that's an active thing that I need to remember too. Just to meditate upon the simple things, kingdom, endurance in this work, and Yaratazar spiritual power as well in the time to come, as well as these precepts. Psalms 119:4. Meditate upon the precepts diligently. But going to the point, it says, therefore, in Matthew 10:16, "Therefore be ye wise. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." So let me get another one too. You gotta move with wisdom. Yeah, you know how Esau moves as well, man, because he himself, he's a serpent as well. He always likes to be so covert, using psychological tactics as well to try and break people in their mind before they can break down physically or something like that. He's gone into the food, to war against Israel, to war against Israel, man, to weaken the bodies, man. That's why these foods as well, these food shops, they're also used as a tactic of war as well, psychological. It's more of a more covert war tactic, because the diminishment of the food, the nutrients within the food, will also hinder your cognitive capacity to be able to learn things in general, and also how your memory works too, as well as the functioning of your body. And that's why fast is also essential. Why do you think that certain doctors or certain physicians of Esau Edom say that you shouldn't fast for too long, or they say that the disadvantage of fasting about it not being good for the heart? No. The scriptures talk about the benefits of fasting, man, humbling the soul, and of course it helps to heal the body as well. Yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah, not even this. Okay, so Ecclesiastes. So yeah, be therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So remember, okay, there's not, even though sometimes one solution may be there, of course we can analyze it. There's also another more peaceful solution of which we can take. Now I'm talking about when it comes to like worldly situations, like I don't know, in the job place or some kind of community that you're a part of. Yeah, the thing is, peaceful ways in order to solve a problem. Right. Of course, part of wisdom as well is also thinking before doing things. Meditating upon, all right, how would this thing actually turn out? If I did this, this is going to lead to this. If I don't do this, it's going to lead to that. So of course, if I then do that, what will be the second order consequence, or third, fourth, fifth, seventh order consequence if I then chose this path? And that's the same thing of which we're supposed to do when it comes to our daily lives, really. Decision making. If I exercise today, how is it going to affect me tomorrow? If I, for example, I don't know if y'all can experience this as well, but if I eat for one day, if I eat today, what I eat today will affect me in 2 days. Because I think on average it takes about, depending on how heavy you've eaten throughout the day. If you do a 1 meal per day thing, then the digestion will be quicker. If you do 2 or 3 meals, then it will be kind of slow, like 50 hours, which is about 2 days for it to actually digest. So technically, if you did a 2-day fast, then that would help to really that will help your body to use the nutrients properly as well. The fasting gives your body a break from digestion. That's why things heal, man. Your eyesight gets really better. I've experienced this firsthand. Man, you're so lucky. Let me get back to the topic. Ecclesiastes. Alright, let me read this. Ecclesiastes 7, verse 11 to 12. Wisdom, verse 11. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun. So, of course, those who are upon this earth right now, wisdom is very useful in this lifetime, man. Because of all the adversities, we know how to navigate them. So it says, verse 12, for wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. So of course the wisdom of Yahweh Hashem allows us to actually have life, man. The knowledge we have of the herbs as well, that helps us to also keep our body stable, man, functioning well. And the knowledge on the herbs, it talks about a cheerful heart. Where is it? Taketh care of his meat, something like that. It's in Ecclesiasticus somewhere. I think it's in 33. Either that or something else. Or is it 36? Let's see. Oh yeah, well, this is close to what I was trying to say. But this is Ecclesiasticus 36 and 18. The belly devoureth all meats, yet is one better than another. And that's just one precept right there. If a brother was to then apply that precept too, we will know that, of course, there are actually herbs and other meats. And meats referring to like foods as well in that scripture, which are more beneficial than other meats, so other types of foods. For example, spinach. Spinach could be considered probably as a superfood. Onions as well. Kale. And those foods are very potent for the eyesight as well. I remember going to an optician, man. I asked her, okay, how can I? Is there a way that I can strengthen my weak eye? You know, and the thing is, she told me no, there isn't a way to strengthen your weak eye. You know, and of course, it's business. Why she wanna tell me the solution? But then after eating carrots, kale, spinach, like probably 4 or 5 carrots, peel them off, and they were relatively big, not over big, but probably like the size of the phone, well, slightly more than that, about 5 of those, and then I had some kale, some spinach. After that, I also did about either 2 or 3 days of fasting. I can't remember. It's probably happened in 2021 or something. Boys, it happened some years back. I did this, ate carrots, kale, spinach. Then straight away, in the evening, as my last meal, carrots, kale, and spinach. So that the last thing the body digests would be carrots, kale, and spinach, and then the nutrients would just be everywhere, man. So even with that knowledge alone of Ecclesiasticus 36 and 18, the belly devoureth all meats, yet is one meat better than the other. Jake can apply that knowledge, that wisdom, and then, be able to heal their body, man, which obviously is all by the increase of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Though he created it for a reason so that it can benefit us. So we might as well use it too. And that's just wisdom from about food, man. Be wise as serpents, innocent as doves. Just because Esau Eden talks about breakfast being the most important meal in the day, which really, that's not really true, because the thing is, it ain't really true, man. Especially because people, when Esau says that, they always think, okay, I gotta eat something in the morning. No, you don't have to eat anything in the morning. You can if you want, of course, but you can skip breakfast, you can eat lunch, and skip dinner. That's 1 meal per day. You could eat breakfast, you could skip lunch and skip dinner, or you could skip breakfast and lunch and then eat dinner. Yeah, that's another option. But that's 1 meal per day. Or you could just eat 2 meals per day. Eat breakfast, eat lunch, and then no dinner. Then you just fast from that time until breakfast again. That was 2 meals per day. So that's TMAD, which is TMAD, 2 meals a day. And that wisdom is then rooted within the scriptures alone. Just from that one precept alone, man. The scriptures talk about knowledge shall increase. So as we go on the internet searching for things, we have a lot of tools out there in order to help us, of course, raise for Yahweh Shimshai to help us raise us up on a level, man, in terms of knowledge on what to apply. Because you can study scriptures and whatnot, but if you then not apply them, how then can you actually feel the life? That's the point. The life that Yahweh Shimshai has given us. But yeah. So what was I saying? Alright, let me read this one. Ecclesiasticus 7 and 20. Actually, no. Ecclesiasticus 7 and 19. Wisdom strengtheneth the wise more than 10 mighty men which are in the city. So of course, wisdom is like water for the wise man, in order to nourish the body. Wisdom is like nutrients which nourishes the body. So of course, as I said, man, just one precept alone can change the life of Jake, man, in terms of health. Of course, how much more with the abundance of precepts upon in this book as well, man. You got book of Proverbs, book of Psalms, Wisdom of Solomon, Ecclesiasticus, Ecclesiastes, just those 5 alone as well. You're gonna be increasing the wisdom, man, in terms of that, because those bits are that for general advice, in terms of how to navigate life and whatnot, how to live your life. Those are what those are for. Of course, as you read more, the accounts, the stories as well, you also attain wisdom too, man. Honestly, as you read more, you understand more. That's the point. Right, so that's Ecclesiasticus. That's Ecclesiastes. And linking to Matthew 10 and 16, be ye wise as serpents, and harmless as doves. Alright, I'm gonna get What was I even trying to get? Proverbs. Let me try to get Proverbs. Proverbs, and then I'm gonna get another one. Proverbs. This is Proverbs 4 and 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. So really, with all your effort, get understanding, man. Let me read that in the NLT as well. Verse 4 and 7, eh? Alright, NLT. So this is Proverbs 4 and 7 in the NLT, New Living Translation, which is a Bible version for any new brothers watching, or for the very few sisters. But anyways, Proverbs 4 and 7, getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. And whatever else you do, develop good judgment. And wisdom does help with developing good judgment. Judgment really being able to make sound decisions, man. That's really what it is when it says develop good judgment. Sound decisions which will lead to profitable or suitable outcomes, man. Stable outcomes. So getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. That's what it meant. That's what it meant where it says wisdom is the principal thing. It says, and whatever else you do, develop good judgment. And it says here, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. So of course, have that. As you read the scriptures, you'll be able to discern situations quicker, and also not just quicker as well, but in more good discernment, more shrewd discernment as well, which is like having a cleverness in your discernment, your ability to really make decisions as well. So yeah. So yeah, that's Proverbs 4 and 7. But yeah, man, read it. These precepts will all just link into the fact that we have to increase in our wisdom. And we pray to Yahweh Shimashaki to give us the spirit to increase in wisdom. And also, as we read the scriptures, we apply it too. That's the point. Now, of course, our filthiness is our righteousness is as filthy rags. So we can't be ultimately perfect. We're in a sinful state. We're in chains of darkness. So therefore, we always have to pray to Yahweh Shimashai for mercy as well for the mistakes that we do make and that we learn from too. But yeah, the point is wisdom. Wisdom's key, man. Wisdom is key. Let me see something here first. I'm gonna get. I'm actually thinking of something. I'm gonna close out, then I'm gonna do a part 2 because I've got quite a few things to read as well. But part 2 shouldn't be too long. I say that, then you just see flipping 30 minutes in the part 2. But anyways, Yaratazar, I'm gonna make a part 2. Yaratazar. Yeah, but I'm gonna make a part 2. That's the point. So Shalom, Kahala Imna Yahweh Shem Yashab Bashir Hakodash, double honors to great Muslim apostles. Thought Shah for the strength in order to make this video. Yaratazar, you're edified and you've understood. It's been a brother, Ratazar, Racha Halawa. Yeah, man. But yeah, Shalom. I'm gonna do a part 2.